The Marvels is out to middling reviews and poor fan reaction, and even die-hard MCU people are turning on this movie for very good reason. I talked about this in another review, and I just want to talk about stop making excuses for failure. So what if it's the highest grossing movie by a black woman? So what if it's a film with female leads and all of this? The excuses and the cop and trying to pull out some positives in this wading deep pool of shit is is it. You would think after Spider-Man, which was complete fan service and giving fans what they want, it they would carry on doing that, but instead you get the talentless Brie Larson and a sequel to a television show that had very poor numbers, that it's just not a good movie, and no amount of excuses. I mean, Marvel are taking stock of strategy, and it's pretty bad. Let's be honest. It debuted in North America with 4.6.1 million, the worst opening in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It ranked more than 30 million at the global box office. And honestly, it was withering audiences of getting bored. I think superhero fatigue and bad movie fatigue is the thing. And when you look at more recent movies such as Eternals, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and all of this stuff, it's just this mess and soup, and the industry is oversaturated. Bob Iger is absolutely making excuses. Kathleen Kennedy is a joke. But please stop making excuses and trying to pull out some positives here. It's just not a good movie. People are tired, people are bored, and people are over it. And they're talking about the SAG strikes and all of this. You know, like, oh my god, that's why people aren't going. There's been no real promotion, all of this. Barbie. Barbie had no real promotion. The actors didn't talk. It was influencers in pink in TikTok that sold that movie. But I'm watching people I know who are diehard MCU fans just not watch this movie. They're not interested in it. Or a lot of people saying, well, I'm going to watch it on streaming. And the thing is, these movies need to make money at the box office. They're talking about what might happen. There's rumours of a reboot. The next Captain America New World Order has been pushed forward to 2025. There's been Blade has been pushed back 9 months, and I'm not looking forward to that. There is a whole thing. All of these films are being pushed back because no one's interested. And that's the problem. It doesn't matter what studio make what movie at this point. It's just, what the hell? Like, just give us fan service. Give the fans what they want. But I also think Marvel are in this weird position where they could make the next best movie since sliced bread and it won't perform at the box office. For the simple reason, no one's interested. That's it. No one is interested in this movie. And I think they need to stop. Stop with cinematic universes. The film doesn't stand alone. It's a sequel to a TV show. And that's also a problem. And it's just this messy, generic movie. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just generic. And that's also the issue. We know what Marvel movies are going to look like. We know what they're going to sound like. We know the characters that are going to be in it. And there are a lot of great characters they're not even touching upon, but they would probably ruin. Let's be honest. When was the last time Marvel were a cultural phenomenon? And that was Spider-Man. And that happened, that happened at a really interesting time in our history that I cannot say on because of the gods of Google. But they're blaming a certain virus. They're blaming the strikes. They're blaming this. They're blaming that. And the thing is, stop passing the blame and just realize people aren't interested. It's not hard, it's not difficult. I know the Marvel stands are an unbelievably toxic bunch. They're up there with Rings of Power and Disney Star Wars people. But the endless excuses for failure are ridiculous. Stop making excuses, own it, take a break. That's what Marvel need to do. They need to take a break, give it a few years, and then come back with something good. Rather than lecturing their audience and girl power and intersectional feminism and representation, diversity, let's tick a box, let's just make a good movie. That's all they need to do. And they would get those numbers back, I'm sure of it. But it needs a gap. There needs to be a break of a few years. I mean, we're 30-something movies into this. It's a horrifying number. And I think people are just tired. You can't have a franchise this big and not have fatigue. It's the nature of it. Marvel and Disney studios are very good at milking franchises until they are truly dead, and basically at this moment in time they're milking the corpse of the cow. There is nothing here for this. The audience have moved away. A lot of the people that were there at the beginning have grown up and grown out, and it's very simple. Stop making excuses for failure and just create a good damn movie. Give it a few years, take a break, pull something amazing, but they're not going to do that. They're just going to churn out generic crap, and it's going to suck. So, stop making excuses for failure, and create something good. I will talk to you guys later, and have a wonderful day.